program, which is an educational home-based program for young children not yet at school age and for their parents. Back in the 1970s, childhood professionals had the idea of pioneering a program for young children to help detect developmental delays and prevent them from entering school without their knowledge. Missouri educators then agreed that this would be a great idea, and in 1981 they pioneered that concept with funding from the Missouri Department of Elementary and Secondary Education and the Danforth Foundation. The vision of the Parents to Teachers program is that all children will learn to grow and develop and to realize their full potential. The mission is to provide the information, support, and encouragement that parents need during those crucial early years as their child's first and most important teacher. The three main goals of the Parents to Teachers program are to provide early detection of developmental delays and health issues, prevent child abuse and neglect, and provide overall success and readiness for school entry. Once the program's effectiveness and costs were realized, the Missouri Department of Education and the legislature provided state funding for the program. In 1985, the program was then made available in all Missouri school districts. Since then, the program has reached all 50 states and 7 other countries. The 2011 and 2012 annual report of the PAT screenings showed that 26,215 children with developmental delays were discovered, 4,227 with social emotional problems, 4,942 with hearing problems, 3,394 with vision problems, and 4,114 with physical health problems. All those were detected because the children were enrolled in the Parents to Teachers program. The Parents to Teachers program also requires an up-to-date shot record once a year for each child. Because of that, 86% of 2-year-olds who were enrolled in the program were fully immunized. I'm wanting to speak with you about this program because there have been drastic budget cuts proposed that would cut the funding of the PAT program by 59%, which would lose 1,300 parent educators. On June 24, 2010, Missouri Governor Jay Nixon signed legislation requiring fees to be charged for the Parent Teachers program. This would also give Missouri school districts additional funding and use their funding as their will. The Lincoln County R2 School District is very lucky because our superintendent is a proud supporter of the PAT program because he himself has young children. The proposed bill would charge middle-class families for the PAT program and services. The PAT program services a wide variety of families, including those that are CEOs, middle-class families, teenage parents, and those that are unemployed. One Webster Groves, Missouri parent educator stated that in an in-home visit, she sees anywhere from CEOs, lawyers, and doctors who are very well educated and well-financed people who don't know the first thing about raising a child. Those are often the families that need the program more than those that barely have the money. The PAT budget cut would lose many services for the program. During a newborn visit, one baby's vision seemed off to the parent educator. She requested some screening to be done, and that child went to an eye doctor visit. They found that that child had severe eyesight issues. Without that screening, that child would be blind today. My own parent educator recommended that my son go to the eye doctor when he was 6 months old because of my own poor vision. Luckily today he still has perfect vision, but he goes for his own visits once a year. During another visit, an infant had its just routine annual screening, and because of that, the parent educator found that the child was near death. The federal health care law has recently made $1.5 billion available over 5 years to home-based educational programs, such as Parents to Teachers. Due to these budget cuts, parent educators are afraid that they will never see that money. In 2011, PAT served 154,000 families. Over one-half of those families were considered middle class and unaffordable yet vulnerable. If one child can avoid 1 year of special ed that will save the state of Missouri $3,700. Parents as Teachers in 2012 was listed as one of the top non-for-profits to work for, and for many good reasons. They offer more services than just screenings. We recently had breakfast with Santa. In the fall, we have a trip to the pumpkin patch. There is a yearly field trip to a jumping gym. They also offer behavioral discipline ideas and just helpful tips to parents so that they don't pull their hair out with a terrible 2-year-old. Looking for alternative funding is something that the Parents as Teachers program is also doing to try to not lose all that funding. They're looking for additional programs such as the United Way to help keep the program afloat. Other states and countries are still running very functionally with the program, and they're not having issues with funding at all. However, the state of Missouri, parents, school districts, and families are fighting the state of Missouri very well. Governor Jay Nixon is for secondary education and not for elementary education. When I was speaking to my own parent educator, Dawn Stone, about this assignment, she gave me the most important piece of information. Without the foundation for kids today, they won't get to the higher education in the future. Governor Jay Nixon is doing everything he can to keep the budget cuts getting even less. But we are trying everything that we can do to keep the program going so that our children enter the school district with much knowledge. Even teaching them their colors and numbers is something great. Our Parents as Teachers program requires that each child know their colors by the age of 3. They don't even enter kindergarten until 5. So we're trying to get way ahead of the curve. If you would like to get additional knowledge or give Governor Jay Nixon a piece of your mind or even offer your own funding, please visit parentsteachers.org. Thank you.